Go.
Okay, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for the food.
You didn't have that in Naples, did you?
No, I didn't, and I didn't have that at the Holiday Inn Express this morning either. Their 3-day-old sausage really gets me. But you know, it was a nice place to stay. I do have a place up the road, but that meant I'd have to drive another hour up the road, and then at 7 or 8 o'clock this morning come down the road. And I said, no, I'll just stay close by and come right over. Yeah, my name is Jerry Minnick. My mother spelled my name that way. I was here a year ago, and I enjoy coming down. Barry and I stay in touch with each other all the time. I'm going to try to do 3 things this morning. Yes, that's a lot of information. But Barry has already downloaded 4 or 5 of my presentations on his computer, so they will be available to you.
Great.
So please don't try to sit there and take copious notes. Listen to what I have to say, ask questions, I'll answer as I go along. I throw in a lot of extras, and seriously, I'm 74 years old. I got hearing aids, and I got this thing too. You know, and so I can't remember stuff. If I want to do something, like set up my privacy in my Windows 10, I have to go through a procedure. I can't remember it anymore. You know, I'm just like many of the people in this room. I'm lucky because when I was 17 years old, I went in the Navy, and they said you're going to be a computer operator. What did I say? What's a computer? That was 1960, okay? And so I've been around computers all my life. Yes, I have an Apple Watch. Yes, I have an Apple iPhone. Yes, I have an Apple iPad. Yes, I have a Raspberry Pi. Everybody knows what a Raspberry Pi is. Oh yeah, you can get a Raspberry Pi at Amazon.com for $49. It's a computer that's the size of a credit card and about that thick. And I'm running Windows 10 on my Raspberry Pi. So yeah, really. And they cost $49. There's a new thing coming out called the chip, and it's $9. And it has more memory built into it than the Raspberry Pi. And why are people coming up with this? So schools can afford to buy this equipment and teach kids. I was out in Las Vegas 10 days ago at the APCUG annual convention, and what I really got a kick out of, because I hate to fly, I'm a sailor, you know, I hate to fly. The flight attendant, I have to check myself instead of saying stewardess, you know. The flight attendant says, as we're running down the runway, getting ready to take off, folks, if you have a smartphone, you need to put it in airplane mode. And oh, if you don't know how to do that, I got a 4-year-old in the back of the plane that'll show you. Yes, very true. I'm going to start out and give you a short presentation about APCUG, because that's who I represent. I am the regional advisor for APCUG. And APCUG is an organization, we're 14 people strong right now, and we try to help clubs throughout the United States, Canada, and Australia with presentations, newsletters, etc., etc. If you'll notice right here, and I'll show you this a little bit, I also have a piece on the home page. So this is the home page for APCUG. And of course, your club has been a member of APCUG for quite some time. Yeah, I put out a thing, I try to update it frequently. I monitor about 7 different newsletters and websites on the internet, and when I think there's something worth passing around, it goes into the APCUG homepage, and you have the ability to go there anytime you want, check out the tips. I give tips on almost everything. Yes, because I have almost everything. What can APCUG do for you? The biggest thing we have coming up now, and we've been doing it for a couple of years now, is virtual technology conferences, VTCs. Has anybody attended a VTC from here? What did you think?
Not from here. It was interesting.
Yeah. What it is you can sit at home on a Saturday, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Time, with your cup of coffee, martini, or hot dog, whatever, and you can log into the virtual technology conference, and there's 2 channels. You can pick one of 8 presentations that are being given, and you can watch that. You can ask questions by getting on your keyboard and asking the question. They're free, okay? And in order for you to sign up, we send a notice out to your club, and the club president, APCUG rep, whatever, should pass that notice on to you, and then you go and you click in and you put in the name of your club and you sign up, and then you join the conference. And all the presentations are 50 minutes long. That's it. So it's well worth your time if you're looking for some new information. Additionally, all those virtual technology conference presentations are put on videos in YouTube, youtube.com APCUG videos. There's about 400 of them up there right now. So there's a lot of information out there that APCUG says you have access to. Also the Speakers Bureau. Barry told me earlier today that you've never done a webinar with the Speakers Bureau. I do quite a few Skype webinars, and I don't mind doing that. When I did one for an Australian computer user group, it was a little difficult. The time difference. When I do them for California, I'm up at 10 o'clock at night because they start at 7, you know, but okay, so what? And there's a whole bunch of different things that you can get from the Speakers Bureau. I'm your Region 5 rep. How many people in here are iPhone, iPad people? I will do iPhone, iPad on the internet. I will come back up here and do iPhone, iPad, iWatch for you. That's my job. Right, Barry? So all you have to do is say, hey, Jerry, how's your schedule?
Hey, Jerry, how's your schedule?
Oh, by the way, I have a class at 10 o'clock in the morning at Leesburg. I'm teaching basic computers. I have 12 people in the class, and when they got in there, not a one of them even knew how to use a mouse. And I do 2 3-hour classes. So, yeah, I'm busy, but hey, tell me where the food is. I'll be down. We do push newsletter articles. We'll support a club with a website for free. If you are a part-timer like me, Joyce and I have a house in Lincoln, Michigan, 30 miles south of Alpena. Population of 342. Oh, excuse me, 340. Yeah. Joyce and I are not there. And so, you know, I go to a club up there. And so you can do the same thing. If you go to the website, UGLS, and you can find other clubs, there's 172 user computer groups that belong to APCUG. This is what the APCUG videos look like. As you notice, some of them are only a couple days old. These were from the last VTC, Virtual Technology Conference. I will be in the next VTC as a presenter. I've done 4 or 5 of them, but every once in a while I'm one of the moderators also. What do you need to do? Make sure your president or your APCUG rep or your secretary, whoever's getting all this information from APCUG, because we don't send to every member. We send to the officers in your club. Make sure they're passing the information on to you. If they're not, bang on Barry's door. How did I say that right, Barry? Did I say that right?
Sure.
Okay. Again, once or twice a month, the board of directors and the board of advisors meet on the internet. We use Zoom. Remember this program that was on TV years ago about Hollywood squares, and when somebody would talk, their square would light up? Well, Zoom will allow us to put 14 people on the screen, and then when somebody talks, their square lights up. So it's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Zoom is, I call Zoom Skype with steroids, okay? It's a good program. All right. The next thing I'm going to cover, how many people are running Windows 10? I'm going to cover privacy in Windows 10. Again, I'm going to go rapidly, but again, think that you get the most out of it by going to the presentation that Barry has a copy of and going through it step by step. I make my presentations very plain and simple. I do not use a lot of colors. If you want to print it out, you can. I do not use a lot of fancy graphics. I don't use transitions to go from one slide to the other. I just put it all in black and white, and I use Century Gothic. All right. My APCUG email is that. My email for the program director of Lake Sumter Computer Society is that. I have 6 emails. If you send me an email, I would be glad to answer it. I do not open emails that don't have a subject line in them. And I also have this thing where, people say in an email to me, "Hey Jerry, I attended your class. Can you help me?" And I'm going, let me see.
Yeah.
I had 5 classes last week. I wonder which one they're talking about. So you have to be a little bit specific. All right, what does Microsoft collect? Your privacy has gone to 0. I got a saying now which some of you can relate to. Google knows more about me than I can remember. And so does Microsoft, and so does Apple. They're all doing the same thing. They're collecting data on you. Passwords, credentials, etc. Demographic data, payment data. I'm not going to dwell on these too long. But again, Microsoft's not the only people that do it. Everybody's doing it. And I'm into Apple. Yes, sir.
There was a segment on TV last night that said you should guard your cell phone number the same way as you guard your social security number.
Yes,
Once
sir.
you get your cell phone number, they get a lot of stuff about you.
And, Android is a little bit more scary than Apple when it comes to cell phones and pads and what have you, because of the vulnerability, okay? Usage data, contacts. Sometimes you see an app, you download an app, and or you start an app, and as soon as you do, you get a little pop-up in the center of the screen that says, "We'd like to have access to your contact list." Right? You've all seen that. Yeah. See? And even if you turn location data off, which I'll get to, that's still going to pop up. That's called, total functionality. On your phones, your contact data is on your SIM card. That's a little card that's inside your phone that allows you to make phone calls and stuff like that. So when a thief steals your phone, he throws your phone away. He doesn't need your phone. He needs your SIM card.
Yeah.
And he sticks it in his phone. Now he's got your contact list, and away he goes. And you are responsible. Okay? If somebody steals your phone, then the first thing you need to do is call your carrier, AT&T, Verizon, whoever, and cancel it. Otherwise, your SIM card is going to run up a bill. So in privacy with Windows 10, we have a general category, then we have advertising ID, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to cover all these briefly. But the ones you see asterisked on this slide are the ones that will list, when you bring them up in Windows 10, list the apps that are asking for that information. As an example, for the camera app, it'll list those apps that for the camera use, it'll list those apps that you have on your device that want to use your camera. And hopefully you know that when you take a picture and you send it over the internet, there's a lot of information on there you may not want to go over the internet. If you're in Israel and you take some pictures and you send them back to us folks in the United States, okay? Anybody who sees those pictures can get the data off there. The latitude, the longitude, when you took it, date, time, minute, second. Oh yes, ma'am. All that information's on your photo. What it was taken with, etc. You can get programs off the internet that'll strip that data off your photo. So when you send it over the internet. Now this is very useful to some people.
To use.
Yeah, because they know you're not home. Oh, yeah. So you need to go to settings and go to privacy, and then those apps that are those settings on the privacy page that I've asked you need to check each one of them. And some of them are going to show up, no apps want that information. And some of them you're going to have a long list of apps. And make those individual examples, like I'm showing here. I went to camera in Windows 10, and all these apps want the use of my camera. And I said no. And if I go to use Skype, then the little pop-up will come up and say, we can't use your camera because you've got it turned off over there. Would you like to turn it on? Or words to that effect. And then you click yes, and it turns your camera on for Skype. So you need to go through each one of these. Camera, microphone, notifications, speech, ink, and typing, and on down the road. I will cover location and some general things. So how do you get to privacy and settings in Windows 10? You hit the logo Windows key, and then you hit the privacy, the settings icon, and then when that opens up, you go to privacy.
Does this have anything to do with 7? If I still have 7, can I do any of these things or not?
Some of these things you can do, yes, all right? And some of them apply, okay? I don't have the things right here for you, but if you're running Windows 7 or Windows 8, you can easily go to the internet, all right? Open up your browser, go to Google search or whatever search engine you use. I use Mozilla Firefox as my browser, and I use Google as my search engine, okay? There is a difference between a search engine and a browser. Anyway, and then put in how to set my privacy in Windows 7.
Okay.
And you will get a ton of stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Every device has an advertising ID assigned to it. And it collects data. And in iPhones and iPads, and in Windows 10, and in Windows 8.1, I'm not sure about 7, you can go in and reset that ID. Now, it doesn't take it away, but it takes away any accumulated data that's there. And then that means you get less advertisements, okay? The power of advertisements. Joyce, my significant other, has a son who is an executive with Honda. At the time, he was in Fort Lauderdale. And Joyce said to me, I'm gonna buy a Camaro. And I said, oh man, I would love to drive a Camaro every once in a while. I mean, I would look cool in a Camaro. But honey, you'd be a whole lot better off if you bought a Honda, because your son, remember, he works for Honda. I know, but I want a Camaro. Okay, finally she went my way. So she sends Sean from Leesburg to Fort Lauderdale an email. I want to buy a Honda. I want it to be blue. I want it to be an Accord. I want it to be 6-cylinder. What do you think she got the next day when she opened up her computer?
1,000 advertisements.
Advertisements from the local Honda dealer less than a mile from our house saying, hey Joyce, come on down to Blunt Honda. We got plenty of blue Accord 6-cylinders. When you click on the button, young lady, and it says, I agree, because you agreed to a free email program, what you agreed to is they can scan your emails for advertising and make money.
I got a question. How do you not agree? Because they won't go any further if you agree.
If you don't agree, that's right, you don't get free email. Okay?
It won't come off the screen though. You know, usually if you don't put it on the screen, you can't change the screen.
Yes, ma'am. You have to agree to use the software the way they want you to use it and not the way you think you're going to use it. And there is a couple programs on the internet that'll take that gobbledygook and break it down into plain English for you. But basically, when you sign up for an email program and you click on that I agree, you are agreeing that they will scan your emails for advertising with their associates. And they sell that information. Blunt Honda had to pay Gmail some money for that.
So you're talking about things like Hotmail, Gmail,
Yes, ma'am,
Yahoo?
I'm talking about any
Free.
free
Okay.
email program.
Okay.
Why do you think it's free?
Yeah, so they can use it.
So they, and guess what? You wanna meet the local FBI agent? How about you send Barry here an email saying, I got a bomb that's been planted in the White House and it's gonna go off at noon tomorrow and nobody knows about it. You will meet your local FBI agent. I'm serious, folks. Serious as a heart attack.
Yeah.
Don't you love these guys that go out and rob a store and then go home and put themselves on Facebook?
Idiots. Yeah.
So you can turn off the advertising ID. You don't get rid of it, but you get rid of any accumulated data there, and that's good. Keep down the advertisements as much as possible. There is a second presentation that I'll give, that I have given. I will not give it here because it takes another 20, 30 minutes. And it's all about everything you can do to turn off Windows from advertising. Okay? You have a question over here, sir?
How often do you recommend resetting the ads?
I do it once a week. Now, remember, I have 13 devices. So on Sunday, yes, between me and Joyce, I keep it up. I do it usually every Sunday. Go to settings, go to privacy, go to general, slide down to where it says advertising, and turn it off. And this is what the page looks like in Windows 10. You can do it in Windows 8.1, but I don't know about 7. And oh, by the way, this is Jerry Minnick talking. If you're running Windows 7 or Windows 8.1, you haven't switched to 10 yet, good for you. They don't run out till 2020, don't worry about it. When your device gets so old that it's not running anymore, buy a new one and you're gonna get Windows 10. Joyce switched from Windows 7 to Windows 10 with no problem. And Joyce is a technophile. She don't like techs. She said, don't buy a new TV set because I'll have a new remote. Okay? Now, additionally, you have to get on the internet and go to this website. Don't try to copy it now, you can get it later. And when this website, you're opting out of advertisements. There's 2 more websites you go to do the same thing. Okay? This is what that website looks like. And you can turn these things off. They're on by default. Okay? And then you can go to the U.S. Digital Advertising Alliance webpage, and you can turn that off too. Manage my Microsoft advertising and other personalization info. I'm going through this quickly, all right, because I don't want to be here till noontime. How many people want to be here till noontime? There you go. All right, dear, you and me, okay? There's the other web address. About ads, info, choices, okay? And when you go there, you get this, and I opted, this is a page off my laptop. That one's sitting right there, that's my laptop, by the way. And I opted out of 128 different advertisements. Okay, now if you like the ads, leave them there. You scroll down on that page, and you can choose all the companies. There's a lot of information in there. I don't like ads, and so I've done this. I saw it. Hang on just a second. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Does that include ads just for emails, or is that total, a whole?
No,
computer?
ads on your computer that come up.
So-
There are companies that will say, if you opt out, we will not force advertisements on you. There's a bunch of companies that won't. All I'm saying is if you go through that kind of stuff, you're gonna cut down on the number of ads that you get. all right?
That includes Facebook?
Oh,
No,
No.
because you get a lot of ads on Facebook.
yes
Yeah.
ma'am. I wanna show you something else. Remind me to show you something else about getting rid of ads, okay? Smart Screen Filter in Windows 10. Smart Screen Filter in Windows 10 is sort of like some other things that you can add to any computer, and it's called WOT, Web of Trust. So if you have a Windows 7 or 8 computer, you can go to Web of Trust, and you can load that onto your computer. It becomes an add-on to your browser, and then when you go to a website and it's a malicious website, you'll get red. And it'll say, don't go here. But Smart Screen's filter is built into Windows 10, and if you turn that on, it does the same thing. It displays a block. It says, we've blocked this website, we've blocked this, we've blocked this, because we know it's a bad website and you don't need to go there, all right? And you will get a display warning. If you still want to go there, you can make a choice and still go there.
And how do you turn that on?
Shoot yourself in the foot, you know. All right, and this is where I'm talking about. Again, we're in settings, we're in general, and right down, you know, under advertising ID, it's Smart Screen Filter. So that's what Smart Screen Filter in Windows 10 is all about. If you speak multiple languages, you can turn this on or off, and your computer will respond to you in accordance with whatever language you're using. Handoff. You can do handoff on iDevices. You can start something on your iPhone and finish it up on your iPad. Well, now Windows 10 allow you to do the same thing. If you have devices that are hooked to the Windows 10 using Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, you can do handoff, turn it on or off. How many people in here know the difference between Wi-Fi and Bluetooth? You do? That's great. Okay. Theoretically speaking, there's a significant difference when you get down to the techniques of it. Okay? Generally speaking, there is no difference except the range. Wi-Fi has a range of 300, 600, 800 feet. Bluetooth has a range of 30 feet. And that's it. Now, how many people have smartphones that you want to Bluetooth to your car? How do you do that?
You just turn it on.
I have a very simple solution. If you own a Honda, go to the Honda dealer. If you own a Ford, go to the Ford dealer. Don't take a Ford to the Honda dealer and say, will you please Bluetooth my phone? Joyce and I got our new phones on the same day, went over to the Honda dealer in her blue Honda Accord 6-cylinder, got both of our phones Bluetooth to the radio in her car. Then we jumped in my pickup truck, which is sitting outside, went to the Ford dealership. They're glad to do it. Why? Because it's return business. And either a salesperson will do it or somebody in the service department. So don't worry about how to do it. You can look it up on the internet and it'll give you 12 different steps. Try it. It's difficult sometimes to get the timing right. Let apps interface with my Windows 10 computer. Let apps use Bluetooth. That's your choice. I got them all. I don't have anything else I want working with my Windows 10 computer. I don't do handoffs. But that's me. If you do handoffs, turn them on. Location. Location is important. For women, it might be a little bit more important than for men. Okay? I don't mind my apps, my phone, my watch, my pad, knowing where I'm at, but I do put in a default. And you can put in a default location with Windows 10, saying that you're over here. Now, most of the time they know where you're at anyway, right? Because when you get on the internet, your IP address tells your location. Or when you hook up to Wi-Fi, okay? Or when you use Bluetooth, or when you're out and the tower recognizes your phone. So you have to be careful. I got general location turned off in my Windows 10 computer, but I do have a default location, the Leesburg Library in downtown Leesburg, approximately 10 miles from my house. And you can set up a default location. So if somebody jumps on my signal that I'm using to get on the internet, he can't find out where I'm at. He thinks I'm at the Leesburg Library.
Smart.
There's where you set default. Again, this is a screenshot from my computer, and I have general location on, and I set a default. And this is the Leesburg Library in downtown Leesburg. I live nowhere now near downtown Leesburg, Main Street. Nowhere near. I'm at least 10 miles away. And that's for the safety of my choice. Yeah, some apps, when you turn off location, you're gonna lose functionality. If you're trying to use maps and you don't have location on, it's not gonna work. If you try to use weather and you do, and it's not gonna work. All right, but in a lot of cases, when you try to use an app and you have something turned off, it'll give you that little pop-up in the center and say, you need to go to settings and turn this thing on, otherwise we're not gonna work the way we want to. Just be careful when they ask about your contact list. Yes, ma'am.
But in the case of an emergency, you, your location will be your actual location is falsified, right?
Yes, ma'am. And the other thing is, there is some,
And if you can't verbalize or.
right, you have to, when you.
Can't manually counteract that.
Yes, ma'am, you're right, totally, 100%. And when you go in to change your default location or change your location, Microsoft wants you to know that, so they give you those warnings and you have to, yes, I agree. Because if you change your location or you don't have it on, using your phone or any other device will not give your location, and you need to realize that and accept the fact that you're gonna do that, and therefore, that's their cover.
Yeah.
Their cover, okay? So yes, thank you for bringing that up. Yes, sir.
It used to be and still is, when you have a landline telephone and you dial 911, your location pops right up on their screen. And if you say heart attack, they're already dispatching, fire rescue to your location before they get all of the message, okay? Now, are you saying that this smartphone, if I don't turn off the location, that they can find out where I'm calling from?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Also, there's a thing coming out, I don't know if your county has it or not, I didn't ask you this question before, Barry, but in Lake County, we have a thing called Smart 911.
I have
You-
one. I have it with them.
Yeah, okay, so it must be in this county. What is Smart 911? You go on the internet to Smart 911, all right, write that down. And then they give you the opportunity to put in additional information. So now if you call 911, this additional information comes up on the screen. I have a dog, okay, my medication is in the second bathroom, this kind of stuff. I have 3 parakeets, don't hurt my goldfish, whatever you want, okay? And then when you call 911, instead of something popping up on their screen that just says name and address, they have all this additional information. You got 3 rattlesnakes in your living room, and they need to be careful. So Joyce and I both signed up for Smart 911. And you can list your medications in there, etc. This is helpful when they arrive at the house and they come busting through the front door to know that you have a dog or a gerbil,
Cat.
right? Okay.
How do you get this? You go online?
Yep,
Go
there's a
to
sign up.
911?
Yeah, go online. Just Google Smart 911,
Okay.
and then it'll tell you whether your county has it or not.
Okay.
Well, like I say, I got it in Lake County. You get back to me on that one, won't you, Barry? All right, also what you'll see up here is this thing called App Connector. and I have no idea what it is, and I've spent hours trying to research on it, but I think it has something to do with cloud computing. And I think it's something that Microsoft has put in that they're gonna in the future, you know, be more realistic about it. But Microsoft is really kind of silent about what App Connector is. I turned it off. See, this is a screenshot of my computer. I turned it off. Oh yeah, okay. That's an alert button.
This is good throughout the whole country.
Yes, ma'am. That's not what I'm talking about. Right, you got a push button thing, okay. But Smart 911, if your county supports it, you know, is helpful to you because it gives them additional information about what you're doing when they call. Come through the back door, don't come through the front door, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right. Again, when you turn stuff off in privacy, you may lose some functionality. The app that you're trying to use may not function the way it's supposed to. But I'm kind of private about certain things that I have. All right, and you can also go to this website. Again, don't try to copy this down now, you can get a copy of it later. And the opt-out location services will allow you to take the information off of your router. That's that little black box that gives you internet. Modem router, modem. And put it in, and then within 5 days, Microsoft will put you on a list that you opted out. And now they will no longer track your location as you move your modem router from Leesburg to Lincoln or vice versa or whatever, okay? You go to this website, notice it's a Microsoft website. You want to opt out of location services. They do a good explanation of explaining what that's all about. You put in your MAC address. I'll show you that in a second. You do the CAPTCHA. Everybody knows what this CAPTCHA thing is?
Yeah.
It's a pain in the butt, isn't it?
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta go. Okay, and then you submit, and within 5 days, Microsoft will drop the location of your modem router, modem, off of their list for tracking. And this is what your modem router thing is, and that's what you're looking for, the MAC address right there. The MAC address breaks down into a vendor name and a serial number. And so they can quit tracking you that way too. Microsoft is going to be sneaky. Every time they come out with some kind of update, they may go in and some of your privacy settings, okay? So here's what I do. When they come out with an update, because I don't have a choice about loading it, neither do you, okay? Because I have a pro version, that's what on that computer right there. But most people have Windows 10 Home, and you don't get to say, no, I don't want that update. Be aware of the fact that every time Microsoft puts an update on your computer, they also set a restore point. So if the update screws up your computer, go to the restore point, set back, okay? But anyway, they may get in there and change some of these settings. I go to the internet and I say, what is included in this latest update? And they tell me. And then as I read it, I can tell whether or not they're messing with my privacy.
You mentioned that anniversary update, if you will. And
Yeah.
what it did.
I had to try 4 times to get the anniversary update on that laptop right there. And I don't know why, but it finally took it the 4th time. And then it reset about 3/4 of my privacy settings. So I had to go back in and reset it again. The anniversary update, it was so big that Microsoft had trouble getting it out all over the world. Some people waited a month to get it, okay? When Microsoft comes out with an update like that, again, I go to the internet and I don't read what Microsoft has said about the update. I read what PC Magazine, PC World, Forbes magazine says about the update.
Yeah.
I do the same thing when Apple comes out with an iOS. I go to the internet and say, what is iOS 8, 9, 10, whatever, what is it all about? Keep tabs on your privacy. Whether you have Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 10, keep tabs on your privacy, and you have lost a lot of it. Everybody wants to know more about you so they can sell you stuff. It's all about money. But you can be less than, how do you say it? You can maintain some of your privacy. How many people have gone to the internet, gone to their search engine and put their name in? I had a lady do that, out of my chair please. I had a lady do that one day and
He wants
in
his chair
class,
buried.
and I thought she was
He
gonna
wants
have a
his
heart
chair.
attack.
He wanted to sit there.
Let me sit down there for a second, wait. I thought she was gonna have a heart attack because, she found out that, the internet knew where she lived. And they had a picture of her house.
I did that.
Wow.
I did that, found out I was
Okay.
big time,
Hold it down.
real estate in Tennessee.
So